He's fanned them out very nicely, so I think he's going to see any kind of a drop coming in. I don't know if he'll have the Scourge to deal with it, but at least he'll see it coming. I think he will spot it with this Overlord up here at the top of his main. Yep, he's going to see that coming a mile away. Here comes Dark Templar. There's nothing really here to defend, so July, okay, he's bringing in some Mutalisk right now, but there's no Overlord in to see that Dark Templar, so he's going to have to wait a little while he's upgrading Overlord speed to deal with these Dark Templar. This could be kind of pesky for him. There are a lot of Dark Templar running around. Mujuk's doing a good job of splitting up those Dark Templar, taking out quite a few drones, while July is trying to sneak his Overlords in, those slow Overlords. He's trying to get them back into his bases so he can take care of this. And Mujuk trying to sneak by with that Dark Templar, but all the Overlords were over there. And July is going to lose his Spire here if he's not careful. He's just now bringing in his Overlord. This is looking bad for his Spire. I think his Spire might go down, so he might want to, if he's going to pump Mutalisk, he probably should do it right now. Oh, this is going to be close. And July does fend it off. He protects that Spire. Always kind of get close with those Overlords. He wasn't even moving some of his Overlords as natural, so he has a lot of confidence in his own gameplay. There's another shuttle going to be spotted. July knows exactly what Mujuk is going to do, and Mujuk, he swings his shuttle back. He's like, he sees me coming. So Mujuk has a ton of cannons around to defend off against Mutalisk harassment, at least. And July is just going to camp out here and try to pick off different units. There's an Archon in, so Archons are good against a clump of Mutalisk. Splash damage. I think it might be in Mujuk's best interest to try to snipe that Spire, maybe try to sneak a shuttle in, go in with a Dark Templar and just sacrifice the Dark Templar, try to get rid of that Spire. There's going to be a lot of Lurkers and Hydras and Mutalisk coming in here soon to take on this small force from Mujuk. Wow, July's grouping a large army at his natural expansion. He's going in with some Lurkers, just trying to fend off these Zealots. Mujuk's trying to take out this Pyramid. That's the best way to do it, with a splash damage unit, so you can get it down easier. And he's going to try to go in from behind and take out that Spire and that base behind July's main, which is very smart. I like this strategy from Mujuk, but he's got to be careful here. I think he should devote one Archon to protecting his army against those Mutalisks. Couple Corsairs I don't think are going to be enough. July is moving in with his army now. He's going to try to protect this Pyramid and keep Mujuk from coming behind the base. Mujuk trying to go in with speed lots. Didn't quite work, but now he's going behind the base. July I don't think he has enough to defend here. So July in a little bit of trouble here. If he can't get his army back here fast enough, he might lose his Spire. I think he will lose that Spire and his mining hatchery back here. July is grouping up all of his forces, and he's running in right now with a large group of forces. He lost both those buildings, so he won't be able to produce any Scourge for a while until he can get his Spire back up and running. But this entire force from Mujuk is going to be taken down, so if July goes for a counterattack after this, I think that will be in his best interests. Mujuk is trying to buy some time by running away from that army and trying to keep that army at bay. But July just intercepting the army as it tries to get out. All of these troops are going to go down. Bye-bye, Archons. Bye-bye. And we'll see if July decides to go for a counterattack with these troops. I think he will do that very soon. He has a big army. Nothing but Zealots here at the front, so I think he might be able to break this front. Cannons all over the place for Mujuk. Mujuk is playing it very safe, although he's got to get a third base soon. He might be starting one behind his main, but I can't really tell at this point. He's going to need some more gas. Get some Reavers out or something to deal with this gigantic force. He needs High Templar in here too. I don't see any High Templar. Where are the High Templar? July is going to break this front. Okay, Mujuk is trying to go in for some counter harassment here, but July is just decimating this front. There's nothing but Zealots here. Nothing but Zealots. I can't believe this. Where are the Reavers? Where are the High Templar? He needs something to deal with this gigantic mass of Hydralisks. Okay, he's finally moving in. His Zealot's going to try to take on those Hydras, but these Zealots are going to go down. That's not going to be enough. Finally, I see a High Templar back there, and here comes a drop. A couple Zealot drop. That's interesting. Dropping Zealots behind the base there. And Mujuk's trying his best to fend off, but he's a scary amount of Hydras with reinforcements on the way. He's defending off that harassment too, so he's going to be able to take out the natural expansion of Mujuk, no problem. This is going down. But Mujuk doing a good job, well, the best he can do with the forces that he has. There's finally a storm. A little late with that storm, I think. July, it doesn't really matter how many troops he loses up here. He's pumping a ton of reinforcements. And he's just going to go in with his reinforcements and end this, I think. Not nearly enough High Templar out to deal with this many Hydras. And there's a Lurker in there just doing damage, and Mujuk has nothing to see it with. He has nothing to attack it with. And here comes July with just a ton of Hydras. Finally, an Observer coming in, going to help with those Lurkers. But man, this Nexus is going down. Bye-bye, Nexus. And I think this is over for Mujuk. He's just can't get another base in here. July is going to contain him into his main with Hydras and Lurkers. GG. That's it. July is moving into the round of 16, one step closer to that coveted Platinum Mouse, which is 5 OSL wins. I think if anybody can do it, I think July is the only person who can. Nada's not going to come back anytime soon, and no one else is even really close to getting the amount of golds that July might get this season. July looking scarily good, and with Bisu out, Much is out too. I don't see who's going to stop him unless he's in another group with Flash. Ooh, can't wait. The last round of 36 series is coming up. It will be, let's see, who is it? I know it's Jaedong versus Tazah, and the winner of that will go on to face Light. So that's the last one. This has been Nuke. I will see you at that match.